Lo is going to do first degree decided Po-Un. She's going to reach her arms over her right shoulder as she looks to the left, step her left foot into a back stance, and do a double fist block. As she raises her right knee up, she's going to punch upward, flipping her hands over so her right palm faces up, her left palm faces down, with her right hand up, her left hand up high, and her right hand even with her left elbow. Her right knee's tucked up in front of her, and she does a right side kick to the knee, pulls it back, hugs her right hand on top, and does a knife hand strike in a sitting stance. That right hand reaches across the front of her, and she pulls it back to her belt as she does a left horizontal punch, even with her shoulder, with her left palm facing down. She reaches her left hand up and her right hand slightly down. She does a low block, inner form block, and then again, both times with the hand going down, going inside the other arm. Her left hand goes on top of her right, and then lifts it back up with a twin inner form block, palms facing in toward her. She reaches her right hand out, palm down in a fist. She grabs it with her left and elbows with the tip of her elbow behind her. Then she punches out with her right hand with her left hand open just flat above her elbow. Then she reaches her left fist out in front. She grabs it with her right hand and pulls it back to her hip. She brings both hands palm up to her hips, and she does a double horizontal punch over her right shoulder, both palms facing down. Her left hand opens. It scoops under the right hand as she steps her left foot in front. And as her left foot lands flat on the ground, her right foot comes up on the ball of her foot, and she slaps her left fingers onto her right wrist. She puts 2 C's on her belt. She steps her right foot to a back stance and does a C block and a ayah. Her right hand hugs underneath, and she slowly comes together, 1, 2, 3, with a twin elbow strike, her elbows straight out from her shoulders. Her left hand hugs on top. She steps her left foot back into a sitting stance and does a low block with her left and a back fist behind her with the right. Her right hand opens. It scoops up her left hand as she steps in front. Her right foot goes flat as she does a left hammer fist into the right palm of her hand. She pushes that hammer fist up in a circle over her shoulders, and with her left foot stepping out into a back stance, she does a left double ridge hand block low with her thumbs tucked to her fingers. She reaches her hands over her left shoulder, looks to the right, and does a double fist block and a back stance. She punches up over her head, raising the left knee up. Again, palms flip over, so the right is up and the left is down. She does a left side kick to the knee and pulls it back. Left hand crosses on top for a knife hand strike and a sitting stance. That left hand reaches over and grabs an invisible string tied to her right hand, which does a horizontal punch, palm down, even with her shoulders. She reaches that punching hand up, and she switches her arms once, twice with a low block, inner form block. The hand that's down comes down on top of the lower arm, and they come back up for a twin inner form block, palms facing her. She reaches her left fist out and grabs it with her right hand and elbows behind her and throws a punch. Again, hand just above the elbow. She reaches her right hand out, grabs it with her left, elbows behind her. Both palms go up on her hips, and she does a double horizontal punch over the left shoulder. Her right hand opens and scoops up her left hand as she steps her right foot in front and slaps her wrist. She puts C's on her belt, steps her left foot into a back stance with a C block and a ayah. The hand that's down stays down as she crosses her arms. She comes slowly together, 3-second count, doing 2 elbow strikes, both even with her shoulders. Her right hand hugs on top. She steps back into a sitting stance, doing a right low block and a left back fist behind her. That left hand opens as she scoops up her right. She steps in front into a X stance and hammer fist into her palm. She pushes the hammer fist around and does a double ridge hand block as her right foot steps into a back stance, thumbs touching her pinkies. She goes back to ready stance, and she's done.